Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Hey. Hello, there we are. Also, I should get this on.
Yes.
Let me take this off, so we can actually see what we're working on today. Hello, everybody.
Did I break something?
Nope. You just pushed some putty. Everything's fine.
Okay.
I will move this over here, so it's no longer...
Sorry, the arm was bent in a really weird way.
It really was. I don't know why. Hello, everybody. It is lovely to see you all today. Drama. All right, I'm running a little bit behind, but you'll have to forgive me. It's my anniversary today, and I was busy making dinner, and then we consumed that dinner, and it was delicious. So let me just get my quick ad up on Instagram while I'm here with you guys, and then I'll get you up on my phone, because we have some things to talk about today. I have some specific goals in mind for today's stream, some specific plans for today's stream. Despite us running a little late, we actually do have a plan today. By the way, here is what we're working on this fine day. As a lovely gift to me, Chaos Cultist ordered me the Varge, because he did not come in the vampire set, which is fine. He's a separate big boy. He's actually one of the better big boys from what I've seen in the game, just because he doesn't have the stupidity rule, which is really, really nice. Okay, I've got my link saved. Let me just go ahead and get this. That's not what I told you to do. Thank you, Instagram. All right, let's have you flip here. Go to that. We're painting. I got really angry as I squinted at that, so let me redo it. The life of a streamer, taking random selfies at yourself constantly. Alright, I am red-faced because I just got out of the shower, but who the fuck cares? I don't. Let's get that link up. Join me! Boop, 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 boop. And streaming now. Alright, and then I'll get you guys finally up so I can actually see what you're saying. Streaming now, screaming. Alright. I love it, actually. That's great. Because we're painting a Varge, and he's very screamy. Now, let me get you up. Because I see that there are, oh my god, 21 of you already here hanging out in chat. How are you all doing? How is your day been going? What are you currently working on? That's not what I said you to do. I wanted to see chat, please. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for everybody for the happy anniversary wishes. And chat is been an amazing 10 years, let me tell you. And I can't wait for another 10 and then 20 and then 30 and then 40, and I just hope it keeps going on forever until we're dead and in the ground. All right. I have some specific things for us today. Obviously, we're going to be working on this Varge. That's one of the things we're working on. However, I want to give you guys an opportunity to help me name the various players on my team, because I have finalized the team. Meg, if you're watching this, don't worry. I'll be submitting that to you tonight and or tomorrow morning. I will have it to you before the game and everything, so don't worry. But I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to potentially name the players. How you're going to be able to do that is basically one of two ways. For the Thrall, which are just my humans, my basic human boys, where there are 8 of them, so there will be 8 opportunities for this. You can either, I think, is our members $5?
I think so. Okay,
so you can either gift a membership to somebody in the chat, or you can do a $5 tip, and that will give you the opportunity to name one of the Thralls. If you want to name one of the vampires, so either the Thrower, my Runner, or my Blitzer, or the Vargeist. Actually, the Vargeist is big. If you want to name the Thrower, the Runner, or the Blitzer, we'll do 10.
Okay.
And you know what? The Vargeist will too. So we'll do that. If you guys want to name the vampires, that's what it'll be. And if you want to name the Thrall, it'll be 5. And we'll see how it goes from there. See if there's any interest. Okay. The one other thing that I want to direct your attention to, and I'm going to actually put a link in chat for you here in just a second. I just need to grab it. On the Hobby Collabs Discord, there is currently a poll up in the streamed games section where you can go vote on who you'll be rooting for.
I'm going to drop your microphone.
Oh, am I shouting?
Oh, yeah.
I am so sorry.
Well, don't whisper as I drop it.
I will not whisper as you drop it. Okay, so I want you to go over to the Hobby Collab channel, their Discord. Let me get my stream back up, please. YouTube, let's go. There we go. Okay, and if you guys want to vote for me, say that you're rooting for me, I would like you to go to this following link. Why does it keep closing my chat? There we go. So you can follow that link. That'll allow you to join the free hobby collab Discord, which I highly recommend you do anyways. Meg and the team over there do a lot of live streaming. There's a lot of really just awesome member, like, I mean, people showing their projects off, a lot of collaboration, a lot of people giving feedback. It's a really great community over there. So highly recommend you join it. But if you do, also go vote for me and say that you're rooting for me. Because if you do, if I win the vote and I kick Meg's butt in this vote, which currently she's beating me, then I can get some extra money to spend on my team before our game. And that would be lovely. Because while I have a pretty solid team, I would love to enhance them even further. Because I really like where they're at, and I want to, like, if I can just boost something else, or like maybe get an extra fan or something like that, like honestly, any of that will be helpful. So go vote for me. Follow the link that I've shared in the chat. I'll share it again a little bit later. But yes, please do go do that. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this lad, shall we? I need one of my wonderful handles, which are in here. Lovely. Boy, I don't know why you're meowing at me. I fed you just before we got started. That's partially why we were running a little bit late. And now I also need Black Templar. That's Black Legion. There's Black Templar. Here we go. So I played a practice game against Chaos Cultist today. Did not win. He actually scored 2 points to me getting 0. It was quite shameful. However, it was the first time that I got to use the Vargeist, and I really like how he plays. It makes me feel... I was feeling a little underpowered in the punching department with my previous layout for my players, or for my team. And so now I'm feeling a lot stronger about it. All right, let's go ahead and get some of this black paint on. We're going to basically be starting the same way we did with our thrower, where we're going to be painting some of the black armor first, and then we'll do some cleanup to get the red in. And I'm actually really looking forward to playing around with his flesh tone, because I'm definitely going to use the Vampiric Mist, but because he's got such big, bulky arms, I feel like we're going to have a lot more opportunity to have some fun and play. All right, let's get started. Make sure we're in... Oh, we're in pretty good focus, actually. All right, so what I'm thinking, we're definitely giving him black pants. Let's get that in. You have a list of some vampire names on the computer. Awesome. Well, if you decide that you want to claim one of them for my team, then feel free to either tip for $5 if you want to do a thrall's name, or 10 for a vampire. My beautiful vampires. And it can be really like whatever you want, as long as it's not like too dirty. Obviously, I imagine we will probably end up saying some of their names live on the stream, and therefore we can't go too dirty. We don't want to keep it cool for YouTube, you know? But otherwise, I'm pretty open to it. I'll even accept somebody naming one of them Angelus or something like that. My most loathed vampire. This guy, so this particular model is actually one of their resin models, Boo. It had some nasty gaps at one point, but thankfully I was able to green stuff it away, which wasn't too bad, but oh man. When I first put him together, I was like, oh, what am I doing wrong? And it wasn't really me. It's just kind of the way he's developed. Nice. All right, let's keep working on getting some of this black paint in. He's got these little ruffles on his pants, which is cute. Like little frills. Mostly because he really isn't wearing a shirt, you know. like the other vampires are, so that's where he's got to have his little the puffy white shirts. I think this is like his equivalent. Although we're definitely not making his pants white. That would be silly. I am really happy with how this Black Templar is settling into the crevasses. I think we're good there. That will end up being red. Ah, there's a little bit of pants there, okay. Lovely. We need to fill in there because it kind of separated, and then get in between the bat wings because the pants do go down. All right, that looks great. Is that also, yeah, this is also part of the pants, not one of the bat wings. It's kind of hard to tell a little bit at points, like where the bats start and where his pants begin. But I think we're good now. That may have been a little bit of his flesh, actually. I can't tell. We'll clean it up if we do need to. Yeah, actually that is, because that's definitely a line. Or is that the strap? Oh, that might be the strap for his... Okay, no, that's the strap for his, what is it called? Knee guard. All right, so yes, we will leave that painted black. All right, good. Now, I do think I'm going to go ahead and make the leathers, like the leather straps that he's got. Do I want to make them brown or should I make them black? All the leather straps on the other guys are all brown, so I think I should keep the consistency. Which honestly just means that I think I need to paint the shield in black. And this wingtip. Do I want to make it brown or black? I don't know. Oh, I'm excited to see what you might choose, Havman. Austin, that is a fun name. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna go actually for black leather straps on this guy. It's gonna be a little bit different from what I've done previously on them, but because he's gonna end up having a very like white bluish color tone, I'm worried it's gonna look a little strange. Do I think it's gonna look strange? I think it might look too strange, actually. So I think I'm gonna make him really goth. He's just gonna be a very goth boy. I mean, he's a vampire after all, and he's one of the big scary monsters. All right, so one thing we need to do is we need to fill in some black here around this vial. It doesn't matter if we get the top of the vial painted because that will be a metallic. So actually we can go ahead and do some detail work there. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do all my like details for the black sections where it's gonna need a little bit finer detail. Bruzy, welcome. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with being strange. All right, there we go. I mean, that's partially why I'm playing the vampires. Not only do I love them, but they're strange little creatures and they're so cool. All right, let's get a little bit more there. Love it. I think, okay, this needs to be black because it's going to be metallic. I think I'm going to make, the only thing where I'm going to put leather, like true leather, is I think the belt itself. Or I guess brown leather. Everything else is going to be black. Maybe I'll do it red, actually. Maybe I'll really just keep his color palette simple. You know, the more that I think about it, the more I'm just leaning towards that. Oh my god, could you please? I'm taking it off camera for a second so I can actually get the top of this. The angle is fighting me. There. So much better, thank you. There we go. To name a vampire, it was 10. You can name either currently, all of them are available, so you have a thrower. Actually, let me go grab them so you can see. Not all of them are finished being painted, But 2 of them are, and the other 2 are in progress. So you'll still be able to see like an idea of what they're looking like to help give you some inspiration. So give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab them. Oh, also, I just wanted to let you guys know, in addition to the name for the vampire and or thrall, it doesn't really matter which one, but in addition to the name, you also get to pick the number. So you can give them their team number. All right, so the ones that you can name, because all of them are currently available, is we have our Vargeist, which is what we're currently working on. He's my big boy. We have a Vampire Thrower. This is the one that I painted on the tutorial. You can also choose the name for my Blitzer. And again, when you choose the name, you also get to pick their team number. You can only choose the number once. So like as soon as somebody picks 69, because I know it'll happen, that number's gone. We also have the Runner, and she's one of the ones that's in progress. Actually brought her in so that when I get to doing his red details and cleanup, I can actually work on her as well. So those are the 4 vampires. Then we have a variety of different thralls, and you can pick which one you name. I don't like until it's not there. But we have a variety of different ones. We've got some with helmets, some without helmets. We've got the boy with the bat. We have my blonde fella. Oh, well, you know what? No, it's fine. You can name him whatever you want. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, maybe I should just name this guy Riff Raff because he kind of looks like Riff Raff. But no, you guys can name him. He's my favorite though. This is my favorite of my thralls. So there's 8 thralls to be able to name, and 4 vampires. Let me just rearrange things so I can keep them nearby. Sigmund, or no, what is your name? What is the big demon prince's name from Age of Sigmar? The Slaneshian one? It's like Sigvald? Sigvald, maybe? Is that correct? I feel like it might be correct.
That's a character in fantasy, yes.
Is that the Slanesh demon boy, Sigvald?
Yes.
Okay. I had him on the table and he was blocking my way. Alright. Okay, here we go. They're off to the side. So yes, if you guys decide you want to name somebody, just let me know. It's 5 for the thralls. You know what? Actually, screw it. It's 5 for any of them. You can name a vampire or a thrall, but it's first come, first serve. You get to pick. And you can either use a super chat, or you can gift a sub. So you can either just tip $5, or you can gift a sub. One or the other. Don't really care which. Both of them help the channel. And that's really what we're just trying to do. Just help the channel. Yeah, you can absolutely. I mean, I really, like, whatever you want to name him, that's what you want to name him. And I'm happy for it. But, like, yeah, go ahead. You can throw it out there first if you want. For my opinion. You know what? No, I am gonna stick with my gut, and I'm gonna make the belt brown, but I am gonna do his strap in black. Toothy Von Batface. If that's what you want to name him, then that is what you can name the Vargeist. Toothy Von Batface. Quite silly. But what is Blood Bowl if not a silly game? We're gonna paint want that gem in black because we're going to end up going over it with a little bit of metallic, and then I actually think I'm going to do some blood effect on it in the same way that I did on the coffins, which are the little like markers that you get to use on the dugout area where it's tracking your turn and all of that kind of stuff. Austin! Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, well obviously Morticia has to be the runner because she's the only girl. Sadly, in this, which really, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. There's only 2 female characters in this entire team, and they're both the runners, and not even any of the thralls are women. I'm like, what? You just didn't want to have like women being punched by vampires? Maybe that's what it was. GW was afraid. All right, let me write that down because I need to keep that in mind. And I love that it's 68 and 69. Do you want Morticia or Gomez to be 69? Your choice. I'm going to grab a piece of paper real quick because I want to write these down without having to close chat or anything. So give me 1 second. I thought I had...
What?
I need a piece of paper, that's all.
Here.
Oh, thank you. All right, and I think I have a pencil over here too. I did at one point. Where?
Over here?
Ah, is that where it went? Thank you. Got it. All right. Okay, making sure I had the book the right way. Up to me? Okay, well then I'm gonna make... I think Gomez makes sense for 69. All right, so I'm going to say Morticia Fangton.
There's another one.
Excellent! Toy Painter. You have to use Riff Raff. You know what? You're right, Toy Painter. I completely agree. I definitely think we will officially name him Riff Raff. Do you also let me know, Toy Painter, what number would you like Riff Raff to be? 68 and 69 are both taken, so you can't do that, but you can pick any other number. So let me go. I love that I have a couple in the team. That's great. It's gonna be so good. Meg's gonna get a freaking kick out of that. I can't wait to tell her. All right, Morticia Fangington, she will be 68, and Gomez Fangington, I love it, will be 69. Excellent. And I think Gomez will be the thrower. All right, so we got our thrower. Let's see, let me mark this as the runner. Thrower. And then we've got Riff Raff. All right, Riff Raff as the, let's see, have you told me? All right, I haven't got the number from Riff Raff from Toy Painter yet, but I know which one he is. He's the white hair. All right, and then we've got Toothy Von Batface. Von Batface. And what, 32 you said? 32. Oops, I wrote 36 for some reason. I don't know why that was in my brain, even though I literally said the word 32. And that is the Vargeist. Excellent. I'm loving the names already, everybody. Thank you so much. Also, let's see if Toy Painter has... Now we just need some Lost... Oh my god, yes, we do need some Lost Boy references. Somebody do that. We'll name all the thralls after the Lost Boys. We do have the Blitzer still to name, so there's one vampire left to name. I'm just setting the ones off to the side that have been named, obviously except for the varge. But yes, we should totally get some Lost Boy references in there. I love that. Okay, let's keep going. That looks good. We need a little bit more in there in the crevasse. We'll get a little bit there because it's going to be on the gem. And that's going to be metallic. Looking good. You know what? I'm going to choose 11 because that's my favorite number. So Toy Painter, thank you so much. And Mr. Fahid! Angela, happy anniversary to you and CC. I'm a fan of yours. Do you watch DVD films? I have a big box of Hollywood DVD films I can send from Fremont. Or send to Fremont. And you can also give friends and family birthdays, Xmas gifts, regards. Mr. Fahid, I do watch DVDs, but not very often. Like, I don't have a lot of time right now. So if you want to send it, you're welcome to. But, otherwise, I'm pretty good, but it's up to you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the donation. That is amazing. Really, really appreciate it. All right, and let me write down 11 for the riffraff. All right, perfect. I love all these names, guys. This is great. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep getting our little Vargeist friend painted up. Toothy Von Batface. I think he likes it. I think the Vargeist is pleased with this name. I hear him like gurgling happily. All right, there we go. Tactile Sun. Let's get a name for the last vampire as Wampir. I love it. After Stroker's original idea for Dracula. Lucky number 7. You got it, sir. You got it. I love it. So the Blitzer will be Wampir. I also love that little trivia. That's great. All right, number 7, and that is the Blitzer. Okay, so all of the vampires are now claimed. All that's left are the thralls, but we have 7 thralls left that you can name. There are a number of them. We've got Blondie here. Oops, let me get him into focus. We got Blondie here. We have our fellow with the bat. We have this fella here with the black hair. And then everybody else is going to have helmets on, so they're a little bit less distinct from each other. But we've got this guy with the red pants and black armor, which I really like. He's one of my favorites that I got the eyes on, just in regards to, here, let me show you a little bit more. Oop, I'm going the wrong direction, hold on. Like, they actually just really stand out. He looks absolutely horrifying because I didn't dot the eyes. They're just whited out. But I felt like that was very appropriate for the Thrall because he's supposed to be sort of seduced into being there. So we've got him. We have this guy here. Oop, let me bring him in. Which, actually, I really like how his teeth stand out. I went with darker skin on him, and I just love how, like, again, he really, like, you can see and read the face so well. And then finally, we've got this fella. And this guy. So those are the 7 thrall left available to name. I love the Wampir. All right, let's get back to Toothy. Oh, and we should probably get Toothy back into focus. Mr. Von Batface. There. All right, let's go back to this section here. I cannot wait to paint his fur. It's gonna be so good. Telos! Hey, good to catch your stream and listening and while painting more Battletech minis. That's awesome. After my Kickstarter came, I have literally hundreds of piles of shame. Oh my god, Telos. Sir, did you get like the whole, did you like go all in when you bought the into the Catalyst, like, cause what was the most recent one that they did? Remind me what the set was, cause or the theme of that one was, cause I know, I vaguely remember when the clans released, but I don't know if that's the current one, if that's the one that you like got received or not. Sleepy, dopey, bashful, doc, grumpy, sneezing, happy. I mean, Red Panda, that would be excellent. I could just name the remaining 7 off the 7 dwarfs. Oh my gosh, Telos, that's amazing! So what are you looking forward to most? Like which set are you looking forward to painting most? I love Battletech minis. They're so fun to work on. So many mercenaries. Okay, it's the mercenaries one. That's awesome! Oh, that's so cool. Actually a little bit jealous. Such a good game. Alright, let's get these straps. Before I get too distracted. Alright, go in there, yes. Around the fur, please. Thank you. Alright, that's done. It goes up to the strap here, connecting to the shoulder piece. That makes sense to me. A little bit more up. There we go. Is that... No, there's a... Is that a strap or is that just a tendon? Oh, that's the cord of his necklace. Okay. Oh, we do need to paint this little thing before we move on to the shield. Telos, the Star Slayer mechs and some of the newer clan mechs, like the Rifleman ICC, or IC. That's awesome! I'll have to look what those ones what the Riflemen look like, because I don't remember those ones specifically, but I think I vaguely recall what the Star Slayer looks like, actually. I think I remember looking at the Kickstarter and being like, that one looks really cool. I'll have to check that out later. I'm so excited for you. Are you going to post them on like an Instagram or anything? Is there like, if you do, tag me, because I want to see them. Just at hobby_night. You can just tag me or at me in the description or something, because I want to see it. That sounds awesome. Ooh, we missed that right there. Let's fix that. Oh, and I also totally didn't get that. I love okay, so I totally love the fact how deep all of the recesses are on this guy, but it does make... Because he's got this arm covering, and I really didn't want to paint him in pieces, it is a little difficult to get to some areas. But I think we're gonna make it work. I think we're gonna make it work a lot. Austin Mount. You want to name the blonde thrall should be David Williams after Kiefer Sutherland in Lost Boys. There you go. I love it. All right, the blonde thrall then will be David Williams. David Williams. And what number should he be, Austin? Let me know. Let's see, blonde. All right, the blonde thrall has been claimed. Love it. I'm so excited. I'm really glad that you guys are excited to be naming these guys with me. I was hoping you would be. I don't know. I know that Meg did something similar when she was working on her guys at one point, after we had done our stream not last week, but the week before. And I don't know what all of their names are, but she said she got some pretty wild ones, which I'm very excited to learn their names when I see her this Sunday. Like, can you believe it? Our game's gonna be this Sunday. I'm so excited, very nervous. But I'm very optimistic. Also, I guess I can go ahead and let you guys know this. Is it okay for me to tell them what's happening on Saturday?
Yeah.
So we are going to have, and I know this is going to be so shocking to some of you, especially if you've been on watching this channel forever. Chaos Cultist and I are going to have our first official battle report on the channel. It'll be a live stream. It'll be this Saturday. I don't know when we're starting it yet. Probably 1 o'clock, but I don't know for certain. And we will be playing Blood Bowl. I'm going to be running my vampires. He's going to be running his black orcs. We're going to do a practice game. I thought it would be a fun thing to do. Actually, it was Chaos Cultist's suggestion, and I completely agreed with it because, one, I think Blood Bowl is something that, I know the rules well enough where I think I will hopefully not be too nervous being live on camera playing the game because I do feel fairly confident with my rules at this point. I've played enough games where I'm I really am starting to feel this. There's a few things here and there that I got to look up still, or a few things here and there that I get wrong, but it's minimal. And I'm really excited. So we're going to be playing that on Saturday as a practice, basically my final practice game before going on Sunday to meet up with Meg, where we will be having not only a painting stream the morning of, but later that afternoon, we will then be having our official first match of the Hobby Collab tournament, where there are 8 of us participating. So there'll be 4 matches for our first bracket, and then the winners from those will go and face each other in 2 separate matches, and then the final one, obviously, you guys know how a bracket works. And I'm really excited. People think for some reason that I'm going to go to the end, and I appreciate that vote of confidence. Woohoo! Yes, battle report indeed. Any number works? Okay, well then in that case, Austin, can someone tell me what year Lost Boys came out, please? I know it's 19 whatever, but 19 what?
1912.
It was not 1912. Lost Boys did not come out in 1912.
87.
1987? Cool. Thank you. 87 is going to be his number then. That way, we keep it thematic to the Lost Boys. Love it. Thank you for subscribing. Rashid, thank you, thank you. It's lovely to have you here. Welcome to the channel, sir. Exactly. Any practice helps. Any practice helps. Thank you, Red Panda. 1987. Perfect. Oh, I completely did not get that. That's not part of his... Is that part of his fur? I don't know. We're going to go over it a little bit more because it's looking a little weak. And Toothy can't be looking weak. He's a big, strong boy. Oh, also, I recently bought... I even forgot about buying this. So, I ordered a costume for Halloween. Tied to the vampires because I have the teeth. I'm playing in Blood Bowl. I feel like I gotta be a vampire this year for Halloween, which actually I haven't done since I was a kid. So I'm very excited. I never had the fake teeth like I did in the video. I'm hyped for that. So I'm going to be wearing the Halloween costume during the Blood Bowl stream, and I'm hyped because there's a lot of really cool pieces to it. There's a little cute bat-ish corset thing that goes on it. It's gonna look so adorable, at least I hope so. Fingers crossed. And that's gonna be on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I have another costume planned because Meg and I have coordinated, and I think we're both doing cheerleader-esque outfits. And so that's gonna be awesome too. I cannot wait. Your numbering scheme, different years of influential vampire movies. So that would be actually really cool. Unfortunately, I am letting people who, when they choose the name for the team member or the player, they get to also choose the number. So far, just to let you know, our very illustrious roster. We have Morticia and Gomez Fangington, both number 98 and 96 respectively. Or sorry, 68 and 69 respectively, which is my runner and my thrower. Then we have Riff Raff, who is one of my thralls. He's the white-haired guy who kind of looks like Riff Raff from Rocky Horror. Love that. We have Toothy Von Batface, which is, of course, the varge we're working on currently. And then we have Wampir, who is my blitzer, who is named after the original thing that, Bram Stoker wanted to name Dracula, which I think is hilarious. But also, I realize in Tactile Sun, I really appreciate this name in particular for the Blitzer, because the Wamp-Pier also sounds like he's going whamp and like knocking somebody, and as a Blitzer, he is one of my better hitters. So I just love that. And then of course we have our blonde thrall, who we've named David Williams after the character in Lost Boys, and he is number 87. Love it. It's so good. Go for our painting. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, sir? Hopefully having a lovely Tuesday. I had to think about for a second what day of the week it was. All right. I am feeling pretty good about the leathers, other than this one little bit that I haven't painted up. But then after that, we're going to do the little piece of armor that needs to be black still. The rest of it will be red, and we'll start our cleanup. Which also means we'll be able to bring in Morticia and get her finished as well. Or at least get her continued to work on. Probably not finished. Let's be real, I talk too much to finish. That's what she said? I don't know. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. I think we're looking pretty clean. Oh, that's gonna be metal. So let me get that real fast. That's just a string. That's a clasp, so that should be metal. Okay, so now let's get the details on the armor. That's gonna need to be black and or silver later on. It's gonna be this little trim on the wing on his hip. I actually really like how detailed this armor is, despite being relatively simple on him. They took a little bit of extra effort to sculpt some of the wing shapes and that kind of stuff, and I just really enjoy it. I think it's nice. Yeah, no, I'm excited for the cheerleaders. It should be fun. I haven't tried the outfit on yet, but I am optimistic it'll fit pretty well.
Me too.
Yay! Oh, you know, also, I want his little toesies to be black. So get rid of that. Am I in focus? Okay, good, I am. I wasn't sure, and I realized I hadn't checked recently. Although I guess I can kind of see it there. It's just a little small. All of your days blur at this point? Aw, Saul, I'm so sorry to hear that. Are they blurring at least in a good way? I guess it's a matter of, is it a good blur or is it a bad blur? Is it monotony blur or is it like fun blur? I guess normally people use the word blur as a negative, don't they? Thank you, Go For It Painting. I absolutely will. Is that a claw? Or just a toe? I think it's a claw. Oh, I'll have to get pictures later to show with you guys on community. But Chaos Cultist and I went Halloween decor shopping today. And we got a bunch of stuff for our yard. And I'm so excited. We went classic, classic graveyard. So we got a bunch of tombstones and everything. You can actually see a little bit of it on, if you follow me on Instagram right now, I have a reel up, or not a reel, a story up that features it. But I'm so happy. Like, I cannot tell you how freaking excited I am to have a yard, to be able to decorate. It's so good. Oh, okay, I understand why you're tired all the time, why it's a blur. With 2 kids, absolutely. Absolutely. I do not have children myself, but my sister has 2 kids, and she often tells me she is quite tired because they are one's in elementary school now, and the other I think just started like kindergarten and or preschool. I can't remember which because I don't remember exactly how old they are. But I know like the eldest is like 3rd grade or something. I don't know, but somewhere around that age, I think. And it blows my mind because I have only met them because they're on the East Coast. And I don't get a chance to go visit them super often, but I've only like met the kids like once or twice. And the last time I did, they were both like babies. So it's so wild to like think that they're getting so old now. I mean, they're not, they're children still, but they're growing up so fast, as they say. That's looking good. I want to do a little bit more here because I am going to leave part of this black and then the other part's going to be metallic. That's what I've decided because I think that will look cool. That claw needs a little bit more black on this side. So let's get that. Nice. Well, I mean, that's the way to do it, right? Try to get your hobbies in around taking care of the other obligations. I hope you get plenty of time to hobby. What are you working on currently? I'm curious. Anything particularly fun or like passionate for you? Or is it working on building up a pre-existing army, starting a new one, maybe painting some board game miniatures? What are you up to right now, hobby-wise? And that goes for anybody in chat. If you guys got some fun projects going on, let me know. Is that like... I think that's a clasp. Of some variety. Yeah, it totally is. Oh, I think it's partially connects to the... Okay, I see. I see. It's a clasp that connects to the armor piece. Which makes sense. How else is it going to stay up? Okay. Let's get that. Get the top of this armor. Let's not miss that. Thanks, Angela. Way to go. Alright, that's looking good. We have one more clasp here. Man, this belt has a lot of clasps on it, actually. It's because there's so much stuff attached to it. He just strapped everything to his belt. I mean, he doesn't have pockets, so I guess that makes sense, right? Poor guy. He understands a woman's plight of not having pockets in their pants. Oh, that's right! Yes, I did see your synthwave, Slanesh. Heck yeah! I remember that. Yes! Yeah, it's so good. Really, I like such a good color palette. In general. Like, I feel like synthwave, does, like, color palettes work for so many different 40k armies. It's actually kind of hilarious, but they all look different doing it, which is the thing that I just, like, love. Because Slash, perfect. You can also do it, I think, on, like, depending on which, like, tone of synthwave you end up doing, you can lean it into Thousand Suns, which I think would be really cool, or just Zinchi and Chaos Demons as well, if you go a little bit more blue rather than the pink-purple. But then you can also do it on, like, Eldar, Tau, really all of the Xeno races, I think synthwave would work really well on, but also, I actually think it would look really cool on Space Marines. Like, pick a couple of, like, really poppy synthwave colors, do one of them as your dominant armor color, and then do the trim and the other details in the other two, and just, even if you just pick two, but I feel like you need the 3 colors to really get that synthwave vibe. Hello, Overlord Tweak, welcome! You're working on some Cyberpunk minis? Nice! I actually just put in on the Cyberpunk game that's on GameFound right now. And I think it actually ended recently, so I should check and make sure that they don't need my address. Because I do think they charged me for the game. I went ahead and I just went all in. I got everything. I have problems with I want the minis. Like, I'm not even necessarily super interested in the game for the gameplay. Like, I'm sure I'll look at the rules and like go, is this worthwhile to attempt? But really, I just wanted the miniatures. They look so cool. I want to paint them. They look awesome. All right, we need to work on this shoulder piece here now. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. Make sure we get all those edges. Bam. Okay, and I think with that, we're done with the black paint for right now. We might have to come back to it a little bit, but I think we're okay for right now. I think with that, we're gonna let him dry a bit. And I just want to remind everybody that we have 6 more thralls that you can name. So if you want to name the thralls, it's $5. You get to name them as well as pick their player number. I will let you know if the number has already been taken, because I don't want to duplicate any numbers for the ease of, if I take this team to a league or something down the line, then I can upgrade them and I can know which ones are getting which experience points. That's the word I'm looking for. We're not doing that in the tournament, but like later on, I do want to keep this team very available for a league, because I think they would be really fun to run in a league. I'm really excited to run them in this tournament, honestly. I hope... I am optimistic. Well, I'm not optimistic. I am mildly confident that maybe I will just be able to literally outrun Meg's team. Because she's playing Nurgle and they're going to be slow. I think like almost all of her guys either have a 4 movement or like a 6 movement at most. And I know her star player and her like 5, I think, like chonky boys that she's bringing all I think have just 4 movement. And I've upgraded my runner to have a 9 movement. It's gonna be so good. So Morticia, she's super fast. Super, super fast. Which is great. I keep messing with this putty. I need some water because I am feeling a bit parched. And let's get... Okay, you're not dry yet. I was like, oh, he's dry already. I was looking at the wrong side. All right, but he is actually nearly dry. It's literally just that one piece. Is it safe for me to maybe hold him while I let it dry? Oh, that was bad. That was really bad, Angela. Why did you do that? Why did you touch it? It wasn't finished. All right, I fixed it. Okay, Angela, this time don't touch it, okay? Just don't touch it. Okay, I've smoothed it over. My goodness. Toy Painter, hello Angela. Your wife said that one should be named Lord Leroy and number 31. Toy Painter, you got it. I know exactly which one is going to be named that. This majestic fellow holding the bat. Here we go. This one will be Lord Batleroy, and he will be number 31. I love it. Lord Bat. I love it. Leroy. Oh, it's so good. He's number 31, and he is the Bat Boy. Love it! Thank you. Tell your wife I think it's a great name, and I really appreciate it. That is wonderful. Oh, this team is coming together so well. All right, Overlord Tweak, you said the only hobby-related purchases you made this year were paints and the Art of Brahm Kickstarter for an art print. Oh, that's really cool. I love art prints. They're getting like stuff for. I love getting art at artist alleys, like when I go to cons, specifically because I just like supporting independent artists. But their prints are always so cool. Like, and the quality and what they can do now. Like, there's so much stuff that people do with like metallics and like all sorts of wacky things with printing, and it blows my mind because that was super not available or cheap at least when I briefly did artist alleys. Ooh, Saul, you're gonna be trying to work on your Dark Wave FEC and your corn soon. Nice. Oh my god, corn are gonna be so fun. Are you doing classic like red, gold with your corn? Because that's what I'm imagining, but I'm curious like if you're gonna do something like a little bit different, a little bit less classic red and gold. Or I guess it's not really gold, is it? It's like brass, right? Or bronze. All right, I think this is dry enough for me to start doing cleanup. So I need to get my Wraith Bone, which is here. Oh, my cat is meowing. Not really sure why. He should have plenty of food downstairs, but you know, he's a cat. He likes to meow sometimes. All right, and while we are working on Mr. Toothy Von Batface here, we'll also be working a little bit on Morticia because she also needs some cleanup. And in fact, I'm going to get her on a cap so that I can swap between the two of them. All right, I think the first thing we'll want to do is a little bit of cleanup here on the armor. I'm being a little bit extra delicate because I did do a Zenithal, or I had Chaos Cultist do a Zenithal Prime on this, and I do want to maintain that a little bit. It's not going to be maintained everywhere, but I do want to get it maintained most places when I can, which is why I would try not to be too sloppy when I was putting the black on. Like, I knew I was eventually going to have to with certain things, like especially the straps and such, but... Hello, Jackalack. Welcome. Your dad's busy, buddy. For corn demons. Okay, so you're doing, oh, Dark Wave. So blue, black, purplish. Oh, I love that. That's gonna be so cool, actually. What a unique and fun color scheme for corn. I love it. Wow, that was so loud. Meow. Yes, you're very sweet.
Stop.
Thank you for subscribing, Prima Sifra? I'm probably messed that up. Prima, thank you so much for subscribing. Gerald Brom is one of your favorite fantasy artists. Nice. His work is the head artist for Dark Sun's setting for the D&D. That's really cool.
Oh, Brom's work?
Yeah. Are you familiar with Gerald Brom?
I've heard of him.
Oh, okay, cool. I've probably, like, knowing that, I've probably seen his work. I just don't know if I'm terrible with remembering people's names. And so I probably would not have recognized it offhand, but I bet if I saw it, I maybe have seen... Oh, I didn't realize I was out of focus. Sorry, guys. Jack, I really don't think that's necessary. Shoulder cat. My cat's very spoiled, I just want you guys to know. Don't let him ever convince you otherwise. He's incredibly spoiled.
Me?
No, the cat.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he is so happy looking right now. He is so settled. He's like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. Shoulder time. Okay, we don't need to clean up too much more, because I'm really looking only to clean up the stuff that I need to paint red. Because that's the next step I'm going to do. So even though I've got some stuff on like his feet and a few other places, I don't need to do that. Oh, Halfman, thank you so much. Happy anniversary. You're an absolute awesome, amazing, wonderful couple. Can really see how much love and care, uplift, encourage, and support how much you love, care, uplift, encourage, and support each other, besides all the fun you both have. Thank you so much, Havman. I really appreciate that. We try. We try to, like... I mean, I am...
Oh, Lord, do we try?
Oh, Lord, do we try? Like, honestly, I am a firm believer that if you game with your spouse, good things will happen. And that's one of the things that Chaos Cultist and I try to really do, especially after 10 years, is we just want to keep gaming together. In fact, earlier today, we spent some time playing Final Fantasy. Of course, we played our game of Blood Bowl. It's been a good day. And then we went shopping for Halloween. Ah, it's so good. Ah! Yes. Punching. Everything. You want to do a 40k demon army? Oh, so like Korn, Nurgle, Zinch, and Slaanesh. That's so cool. That is like... I have had that same ambition, but haven't had the, like, balls to commit to it. Because while I have a lot of Chaos models, I don't have a lot of, like, Chaos Demon models. I do have some Khorne, like, Berserkers, and a couple other Khorne demons, like Juggernauts, etc. But I don't have... And I have, like, a handful of, I think, Demonettes. I don't think I have any Zinchian demons of any kind that I can think of. I lied. I have one Underworld set that I think technically is Zinch demons. And that is the only one that I have. And I actually, oddly enough, don't own any actual Nurgle demons except for Nurglings because of my Death Guard army. But in regards to, like, beyond that, those are, like, the only demons that I have. I don't even have an great unclean one or anything like that, so. Not even boxed. What kind of demon Nurgle player am I? A good one. No, I'm kidding. I was okay. I got pretty confident with my Death Guard. Back in 8th edition, which feels like forever ago. Probably because it was. Which is really funny to think about, actually. Hello, Willis! Or Willies? Is it Willies or Willis? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong both ways, but hello and welcome. It's lovely to have you in chat. Hope you're doing well today, sir. And sorry for if I messed up your name. It's nothing personal, I just suck at reading. Okay, that portion looks good. Pretty confident with that. Oh, I just... do a little bit of a cleanup here because I see that I've got some on the edge, so we do need to fix that. Yeah, we need to do some delicate... Okay, I might switch to a slightly smaller brush. Oh yeah? Which ones did you get? What did you decide to pick up for the Joy Toy collection? They're so nice, aren't they? I don't know if you've gotten yours yet, but I hope you enjoy them. I really, really think they're pretty high quality, honestly. Good. Alright, if I'm just delicate, I think we can do this. Need a little bit more paint though. Oh yeah, I should try I actually set up my wet palette recently. I should give that a try. Because I've been using a lot of more opaque paints recently. So I thought it might be good to have. Because when I was at Meg's, actually, she let me try hers and it took contrast pretty well. I was surprised by that. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay. It seems to be... I think we're good. A little bit more. Okay. They are going to end up being so they're going to end up being first painted in Vampiric Mist, which is a very like bluish white color tone. I think it's over there somewhere. I'll pull it out when we get to that point. But it's gonna be in that, and then I'm probably gonna do a Apothecary white wash over top that, and then I may end up putting a little bit of a purple wash over top it, or a red wash. I haven't decided which, but I want to do a little bit of like extra color around like the knuckles and like hands and stuff to give them a little bit of a gradual transition. Okay, let's keep... I think I have way too much paint on my brush there. All right, let's go. Alright, we're gonna do some kind of delicate cleanup. Hopefully I don't go over what I do want in black. And we just get the parts we don't want in black, but we'll see how it goes. Although I will admit, when I talk about in my desk tour video about the Tamiya with their tips on their brushes really keeping their shape nicely, it really does. But I can do some, I feel like I can do really delicate work with this size brush. Nice little cleanup there. A little bit more right there and on the side. Hello, Jack. Why do you think you need to be fed? What time is it?
7:15.
Okay. Jack, I fed you an hour ago. Calm down. Mother, I'm starving. Alright, I think that's looking pretty good. We need a little bit more right there. Yes. There. I think that looks great. Is there any other section that is going to be red that needs some cleanup? So it's a little bit on the underside here, which probably ultimately would not be that big of a deal, but it's fine. You want to get a Japanese army for bolt action, but you can't find any infantry minis with good faces. All of them are offensive looking. I think I'll go with a second choice of the Italians. I don't know if you have like a 3D printer, but have you tried seeing if maybe people have done some like 3D prints to swap the faces if you aren't liking what they're doing with them? I don't think I've ever looked at the I've looked at the Flames of War product line in more detail, but I've not looked at the bolt action, because bolt action is the same scale as 40K, or is it also smaller like Flames of War is? I don't remember off the top of my head. Cool Brew, thank you so much for the anniversary. Happy wishes. I really appreciate it. I can't believe it's been 10 years. It's awesome. I'm very excited. You found the McFarlane Ultramarine Terminators in GameStop. The next day you found some Joy Toy Space Wolves in your Gunpla store. That's awesome! I haven't seen any of the new Space Wolf ones like out in the wild yet, but the designs look really cool. And I'm not even a Space Wolf fangirl. I am much more a Thousand Suns fangirl. Magnus did nothing wrong. I will always live by that. I know it's an old meme, but it checks out, sir. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Okay. I'm gonna start. Oh, wait. Before we start, let's check her, because she also needs some cleanup. Don't forget that we have 5 more thralls that you can go ahead and name, as well as give them their number. All you need to do is tip $5 or gift a sub. Either way, you can name one of the thralls and get them named up. We have the majority of the team already named. Vampires have got their names. This right now, we're working on Morticia. Morticia Fangington. I love it. Thank you so much to everybody who has already bestowed a name upon my team. I really, really appreciate it. What's with women and nids?
I've always wondered that.
I think women just like bugs, man. We like cute, crawly things that also can eat your face. I I feel like that's like asking what's with men and Space Marines. It just kind of makes sense. You think about it and you're like, yes, the brotherhood. It's
all about mother and family.
It's exactly. Like, NIDS are all about, like, birthing, frankly. Like, they're all like it's all like you produce a bunch of NIDS and then you swallow the NIDS back up and then you regurgitate all the NIDS. It's a lot of, like, I feel like there's a lot of that you could be there. You could just insinuate with that. As well as the fact that you do tend to have, like, hive queens. So the NIDS tend to be, like, ruled by a female power, which I think appeals to women. I think, like, being the queen, in the same way that, like, Kerrigan is the queen of the Zerg in StarCraft, I think the same thing applies. A lot of women get into the idea of being the hive queen of their, you know, whatever hive they've created, or hive fleet they've created. I mean, I have a Tyranid army, so I can't deny that it isn't a thing. I will absolutely believe that. I also think there's a lot of spicier implications that some women really get into as well. Like, let's be real. And you cannot deny that you have not thought about that, because I know that you have. I know that you have. All right, let's go ahead and work on this lovely Morticia. Making some nice progress. If I can get this done relatively quickly and get the red on both of them tonight before we call it, I'll be very happy. All right, her shirt. Do I want it to be white or red? I think I'm still gonna have it be white. So let's not bother cleaning that up right now. Let's get this shoulder piece done. Is that? Okay, that's part of the other portion of the panel, not the part that we want black. All right. The wet palette is doing some good work with keeping this paint active, which is nice. I admit I am understanding the appeal now that I kind of know how it works a bit better. I've had this thing for so long and I've just not done anything with it because I didn't think it would work with the contrast paints, I'll be honest. I think that was my biggest holdup. Is I just thought it would end up bleeding. Like the paint would end up being too fluid, but when I was using the one with Meg, I did not have that problem. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Okay. A little bit there. Let's get rid of that. Definitely need to clean that up. There we go. Oh my goodness, this is looking so good. I'm excited for how they're going to turn out. The last fully painted Blood Bowl team that I had was my Necromantic Horror, so it's going to be really, really fun to see these guys and them and the Chaos Cultist Black Orc team all next to each other, all fully painted. It's going to be so cool. technically, I'll have a couple more characters to paint for the vampires because I technically have another blitzer and another runner that I'm not running in this list that I will not be getting done before the tournament, but I'm very excited to have the functioning team ready to go soon. Oh, I also, let me get this back in chat. I want to remind everybody, and let me just get it. Oh, I need to go back into my notes because it's been too long since I did it. I would like to remind everybody to join the Hobby Collab Discord. So this is Hobby Collab, or who I am going to be participating in their tournament with. That's the whole reason we are currently working on this team. And I would like to encourage you to join the Discord. I've put a link right now in chat to make sure and go vote for me. If you are rooting for me in this Sunday's match of me versus Meg, it'll be my vampires, the Lychee Life Drinkers from Lycheeburg, Lycheeburg, versus, I don't remember what her, hold on, let me see what it's called. Let me double check what her team is called. The Clap Givers, that's right. I forgot they were called the Clap Givers. It's gonna be me with my Lychee Life Drinkers versus Meg's Clap Bringers this Sunday. I believe starting at 1 p.m., but I will confirm that and post a link when we get a little bit closer to the stream, of course, on the community page and all of that. But it's gonna be this Sunday in the afternoon, and it'll be my vampires versus her Clap Bringers, which are Nurgle. And it's going to be the first match of the tournament that Hobby Collab is hosting on their channel. I'm really excited to be participating. And if you want to help me cheat and win some extra money to be able to spend on my team, then please do follow the link that I just put in the chat to the Hobby Collab Discord, where they have a poll up right now in the, I think it's the like streamed games page, like the thread that they've got going, and vote for me. Get me that money. It also will let you see who else is playing and what other teams are being run. Meg has a really nice graphic up, which I am super pumped for. I cannot wait for our match this evening, or not this evening. It's definitely not this evening. This weekend. The word I'm looking for, God, don't know why I'm so tired. Probably because I played a full game of Blood Bowl and my brain is fried afterwards. But this weekend, I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. Havin, thank you so much for going and giving me a nice vote. I really appreciate it. I want to kick Meg's butt and take that money from her so she can't use it on her team. I'm terrified of what she may have done to boost her team since the last time that I played against her. Because we only used 1 million gold, and in fact we are actually using 1.2 million to build our teams, which is very exciting. It's meant I've been able to upgrade a few guys, including Morticia here that we're working on right now. But I don't know what she has done with her extra money to upgrade her guys, and I'm terrified of how many people may or may not have block. I'm terrified. To be fair, though, I have given my blitzer block, and I've given my thrower block, and my thrower and my runner both also have dodge. So I'm pretty, the vampires are pretty stable. I don't feel like they're going to get knocked down much, hopefully. It's at 2 p.m. Okay, cool. 2 p.m. Thank you, Havman. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I wasn't sure when she had scheduled it for. I know we had talked about it, but I couldn't remember when exactly, and because I'm going to be there literally in the morning as well, I was just like, well, it'll happen when it happens. And I'll give the details for ads later. But yes, so 2 p.m. is when we will be beginning our Blood Bowl team. That gives us time to eat. That's nice of her. I appreciate her giving us time to eat in between streams so that we're not starving to death while we're playing Blood Bowl. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is going so well. She's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, my cat is so sad. He has the hardest life. He gets fed so many times a day, but it's not enough. He's starving. I just completely starved. It's the worst. You guys I know can't hear him, but I just keep hearing these little like meow, 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 and he's so sad sounding. Yes, I hear you. Yes, I am going to be there at 10 a.m. for the Hobby Collab painting stream that morning. So Sunday, you'll get me like all day on the Hobby Collab channel this Sunday. Because I'll be there in the morning for the painting stream, which will be starting at 10 a.m. Oh my gosh, that was cold and wet. I just put my arm in my wet palette. Note to self, don't do that. Very startling. So yes, I'll be there in the morning and then I'll be there again, of course, in the afternoon. Okay, that's feeling good. I think I need to clean up the inside of these big armor pieces that she's wearing right now. Go ahead and clean up her boobs a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Oh, we definitely need to fix that. That looks terrible. Hello! He's not even there. He's showering. It's fine. He just came in and he looked so, like, concerned. You can hear him even when you're not wearing headphones? Oh my gosh. Boy, you have great vocals. Meow. Yeah, I know. You're so noisy. Chat can hear you. Even when you're downstairs. 'Cause you got such good lungs on you, boy. Yeah, you're a very loud little old man. Okay? Oh, okay. I understand. I'll meow again here in a sec. For dark... So, Citadel colors for a dark gray skin tone. Are you looking for contrast colors, or are you looking for, like, opaques? Because I'm honestly not 100% sure in regards to the opaque paints, like their normal, like, layers and bases, because I honestly don't use a lot of them. I have some. I have a very small, like, I would say, like, 30 colors, maybe. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16... 18, 20, yeah, about 30 or 32 colors or so of their standard bases and layers, but I don't use them very often, and when I do, it's almost exclusively for either, if it's Wraithbone, it's just to do touch-ups, or I use them mostly for dry brushing, actually. So I have a little bit more of a difficult time recommending Citadel bases, but if it's contrast colors that you're looking for, I do think I can give some recommendations for that. It's just kind of a matter of, like, the look you're going for. When you say dark gray, do you mean like you're wanting to do sort of like Drow-esque flesh tone where they have like the dark gray, like the classic D&D Drow style? You're building a model and watching me detail mine? That's awesome, man! Jay Welchie, that's awesome, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream and getting to work on your own projects while you're at it. That is what we are here for, to hang out, chill, and work on our projects together. And see how much you guys can get me to talk and distract me from working on mine, I guess. Because that is inevitably what happens. Alright, we got a little bit of tidying up to do here, because we're not quite getting the spikes, the spiky look that I want out of this. But it's nearly there. I'm only being really particular about how clean this is because these are going to be bright red and I really want them to look crisp and sharp. And I don't want any of that black tone to be peeking through or anything like that. Okay, but I think that's looking good. We need to do a little bit more on this side. That looks okay. Oh gosh, we need to do more there too. I know, he's so upset. He does get very sad when he can't be with his dad. He's a very needy cat. He's so sweet, though. Oh my gosh, he was nuzzling me. Speaking of how sweet of a cat that I have, he was nuzzling my face this morning in the cutest way. He was using my nose as like a scratching post for his little jaw. And I'm like, this can't be good for my pores, but it's so cute that you're doing it, so I'm not going to stop you. It's because it's getting late and he's like, where is my lap time? Why is my lap time not happening? You guys are normally downstairs right now and I get to be in laps. I know, buddy, it's okay. I think he knows I'm talking about him. It's like, how dare you rat me out to your chat? Mad Veteran, just in case I don't get an answer from you of whether or not you're looking for opaques or contrast. If you're looking, so if you do want to go contrast route, I would say Basilicanum Gray, or if you want to go darker, like if you want a really dark base and then maybe dry brush or edge highlight up into some other slightly brighter like tones, you could even go Rattling Grime. Rattling Grime is nice because it actually has a little bit of a slight brown tone to it. Which might make it feel possibly a little bit more natural. And then I would definitely maybe add some highlights with either mixing the contrast color in with a lighter gray color tone, say even Gray Seer, and really just adding a bunch of contrast in to make it a bit more fluid, as well as to deepen that tone and, you know, slowly wet blend up into some highlights that way. Or however you like to, you have not gotten any of the Citadel contrast paints, but you would like your recommendation for dark gray. So yeah, so there's two good grays. There's two good grays for the Citadel contrast color line that I personally really like. One is Basilicanum Gray. That one's going to be a little bit more of a cool toned gray, so it's going to lean a tinge more blue than it is brown. Whereas Rattling Grime, which I actually think is a little bit of a darker gray tone, actually can be a bit more, like I said, brownish. And so if you want to go warm colored, and maybe have a little bit of make your gray skinned character that you're having, like if you want them to have like make it feel like there's a little bit of like blood running. I don't know if this is an undead character or not undead character, but if it's not undead, the Rattling Grime might be a better option because that warmth will make them feel a bit more alive. Whereas if you go with the cooler color tone like Basilicanum Gray, they may feel a bit more undead. So depending on what look you're wanting, you might want to go one or the other. And then in addition to that, I would either pick up Gray Seer or Dawnstone as a highlight color. Dawnstone especially is going to work, I think, better with Basilicanum Gray than the Gray Seer will. I think Gray Seer might blend a little because it's just lighter and I think a little bit more flexible and more neutral in its color tone. Whereas Dawnstone leans, if I'm not mistaken, it leans a little bit blue. So it'll go with the Basilicanum, I think, a bit better. Whereas Gray Seer, I think you can get away with both. Gray Seer is really pale, but it does still have a little bit of a blue tone. But if you add in the contrast colors, it'll, one, really make it more fluid and I think a bit more fun to work with. Because my problem with Citadel base paints is that I find them to be very dry straight out of the pot, even when fresh. I feel like you have to put so much water into them to really make them flow in the way that I personally expect paints to flow, that it just, they're problematic. Whereas if I'm using like the Army Painter or say Too Thin Coats by Duncan Rhodes, which I've been using a lot, or even the Master Series paint or Vallejo, I find those to be a bit creamier. I don't know like why Citadel's paints are so much drier, but they are. Maybe they just dry out because of the stupid pots that they put them in. And I can never get them sealed properly. But I think that's what I would do for a gray. I hope that helps. But yeah, either Basilicanum Gray or Rattling Grime. And I would definitely encourage you to also go online, look up both those colors, because there was plenty of people, like plenty of YouTubers that did color samples of the contrast colors over various types of primers. So Wraithbone, Gray Seer, a Pure White, etc. And it shows you how they slightly vary and change their color tone based off what you put as the primer beneath. So again, depending on what your vibe is that you're going for, whether it's to be an undead or to be a little bit more living, but just with a dark gray flesh tone, like a drow or something like that, you may want to vary up what you prime it in to help you bring that look alive. Oh yeah, that's very true. Have you got that yet? Have they, do you know if they've sent that out to you? I'm really excited. I was so happy when I saw that you won that during the stream. I thought that was so cool. And also the undead team is going to be really fun to paint. They're very flexible, super easy to paint, and you don't need a lot of colors even. So it's really just a matter of deciding like, what do you want your team colors to be for their uniforms, which I imagine, you're probably going to do your home team, right? The Seahawks? Is that who you're going to end up painting your undead team's colors based off of? Is that, am I nailing that, or am I completely off base? Because I think that could be really fun. Also, that would make them so bright and colorful for an undead team. I think it'd be really like cool to see on the table. My goodness, you might have to go to your local game store and see if you can find somebody to teach you to play Blood Bowl. Oh, it's for your Mire Brute Trogoth. Okay. Oh, okay. In that case, I'm just thinking really quick. So there's one other color I want to recommend for a gray that could potentially get you a nice flesh tone, and depending on the direction you're wanting to go, and again, I really, really, really highly recommend you look up samples of what these colors look like underneath or over top various primers. There's literally just Google search like Rattling Grime contrast color over primer, and you'll probably find like a whole slew of people showing you various options. The other color that might look really cool on trolls with that rocky skin is Space Wolf Gray. Because that's going to give you a very slate blue-gray color tone that I think could be really pretty. You might end up needing to dry brush on, and I think this would work really well for your trolls. Oh my gosh, because I'm not wrong, right? Like their Mire Brute Trogoth are the troll guys, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken, for Age of Sigmar. God, that's gonna be like, oh, actually, do I have? No, I don't have them here. They're over. They were watching my Blood Bowl team. I actually have some of those that I pulled out. If I'm not thinking of the wrong thing, that I had out as the audience for our Blood Bowl team, because I found them and they're all unpainted right now. They're primed up, but they're unpainted. And I was like, oh, that'll be fun when I'm done with this to just mess around with some like bold, bright colors and just slap it on these trolls and do some fun dry brushing to catch all those scales and stuff. So yeah, Space Wolf Gray might also be really good depending on like, again, how blue you want to go. But those would be my three options: either Basilicanum Gray, Space Wolf Gray, or Rattling Grime. They're all going to be very different gray tones. So I think you'll be able to find hopefully an option that works for you. And then ideally, if you are getting the Citadel contrast colors, I believe if you aren't using the Citadel color app, I think you can just also like Google this shit. But I would find complementary Citadel gray color tones as highlights that people might recommend based off of those contrast colors. I know there are some that like GW specifically recommends oftentimes. I think they usually give you like examples or recommendations when you're just like browsing their site. And so you may want to look into that. But I definitely think you could find some good highlight colors. Again, the Gray Seer would be a fine option just because it's relatively neutral enough and it is a base color tone. You can mix it with the contrasts, which thickens the contrast paint and also thins your base paint a little bit, and do some nice, just subtle blending to get some really nice highlights if you want to, especially on those faces. Like, Troggoths have such good faces. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to go with the Seahawks or not, or if you were going to do something a bit more like spooky themed because they are, you know, undead. But I think like Seahawks, like, because Seahawks are orange and teal, right? Is that the Seahawk colors? If it is, I think that could look wildly cool on undead team. Because a lot of them are bone, like they're just skeletons. So you just do like, you prime them in Wraithbone. Oh, excuse me, sorry. A little bit of a yawn there. You prime them in Wraithbone. You do a wash of Skeleton Horde over all of the skeleton parts. And then you don't have to worry about even being like super clean or anything. You can be messy, because then you come back in and you paint everything that you want to be metallic in black. You do a little bit of cleanup around that, like what I'm doing right now. And then once you're done with that cleanup, you go into your Seahawk colors and you put the teal and the orange in the various places that you want it. Paint up your metallics afterwards. I think it could look really cool. I think it could be a really, really fun look. All right, I think we're ready for what we need to paint red. So I'm going to switch brushes. Blue, teal, and neon. Neon, that's what it is. For some reason, I keep thinking it's teal and orange. Like, I don't know why I'm going like coral with it. Like ocean coral, but that's like where my brain keeps going. I think it's because they're called Seahawks. And the hawk to me is the orange and the sea is the blue, and I don't know why that's really stuck in my head. But the green would also look really wild. Like, I personally really like doing muted color palettes with huge splashes of bright color. If I'm not just doing straight bright color. But that's just also very, like, it's a very me trend. Okay. Red. Ball red. Where is ball red? There it is. Reminder too, just to let everybody know, we have 5 more thralls to be able to name. If you want to name the thralls for my vampire team, you also get to pick their team number. I will let you know if the number that you chose has already been picked, so you can pick a different one if that happens to be the case. But you do have that option. It's $5, or you could gift a sub, one or the other. Or you can just sub yourself if you're not already subbed to the channel and you want to become a member. You can join and you get to name one of the team members. We've got 5 thralls left. All the vampires have been named, and we've had 3 of the thralls already named as well. So there's 5 more, and that will be the full team named up for the Lychee Life Drinkers, so that they can beat the Clap Givers. Meg's Clap Givers. Oh my god, it's so good. Perfect. Ooh, purple would be very cool. I will admit, I did Dark Order colors for my undead team because black, purple, and silver I thought felt like worked really, really well for a spooky team. And if you want to like swipe that for your own, I am totally down for it. Alright, let's get this red paint on here. This is gonna look so good. Alright, we need to do the top. A little bit too loaded up on my brush, but I think I'll be able to clean that. Alright, that doesn't look bad. Let's do the next one. Don't forget that side, Angela. No! Welcome back.
Thank you.
How was your shower?
Wet.
Good, as it should be. I'd be disappointed if it wasn't. Did you hear Jack meowing?
Well, yeah,
So-
he meowed next to my shower. So
Oh, did he come in and start meowing at you next in there? My bad. What a little hungry boy. There we go. You're gonna do your orcs, all your orcs gray with blue shields. That sounds awesome. I really like it. I think that'll be a very, very fun. You might want to do the blue-gray tone then, and just like if you want to keep to that blue color scheme, that could be really exciting. All right, let's go ahead and get his big wings painted. Okay, good. Just making sure we were still in focus. Oh yeah, coming together. Oh my gosh. So hungry.
Much hunger. Feed now.
Yes, yes, boy, I'll feed you in a moment.
I thought you fed him at 6.
I did.
It's not even 8.
Oh.
Like, it's 7:53.
Well, it's almost 8, so...
If you say so.
He just sounds so sad.
He is. I keep being that, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's absolutely
When
fine.
Angela streams, she takes up all of my painting space.
I do, I'm so sorry. Here, let me
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't have room.
I do spread out like crazy.
Alright, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'll
Okay.
hang out with him.
All right, sounds great. You said it was nearly 8?
Yes.
Okay, I'm probably going to get the red done and on both of these guys, and I'm almost done with hers, and then probably go ahead and call it for the evening just because I don't want to go too late.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I'll probably be like maybe another 30 minutes or so. Yeah. Sounds great. Oh my god, I really love this red. Like, oh my goodness. I'm really glad I picked this over any of the other contrast reds that I had, because the ball red is just so saturated. Like, it is so insanely bold. And it works so well as a sports team color. Like, it works really well on armor as well. Especially if you're going for, like, a very crisp, clean foundation. And then to that you can then add, like, highlights and stuff too. But, like, oh my god, it's so good. It is my pleasure, Mad Veteran. I am happy to help. Hopefully, you get some cool results. And if you have like an Instagram or something, or if you share it on Twitter, tag me so I can see them. Would love to see what you're working on. Okay, let's go with the inside now. I'm I'm trying to be a little delicate around her collar. Okay, I think I got the section that was being a pain. Take a look. Not quite. Let's get in there. There we go. Okay, sorry, I had to take her off camera for a second. Let's go ahead and come in here and get this. There we go. All right, there. And then finally, a little bit right there. Oh my goodness, this, like, look how just fucking cool she looks. I love it. I really, really like it. Here, I'm gonna bring her up a little more. Morticia is coming along swimmingly. I love how bold that red is. Oh, look at that. Look at that we missed right there. This is why we do turning inspections, everybody. Always make sure you're looking at your miniature from as many angles as possible so that you don't miss giant sections like that. My gosh. Okay, what is that? That looks, is that like a... Oh, it's a little stud. It's supposed to be there, Angela. It's not like a mistake. I kept seeing a little stud on her armor and I was like, what is that? When playing games, 90% of any of my vehicles on the games are purple and black. I have a garage on GTA 5 with 30 cars, 25 of them are purple and black. Well, there you go. Maybe that's what you should do for your team then. Purple and black indeed. Yes! Oh yes, one moment, folks. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Had to take care of some cat mess. But we're back, and we're ready to paint. You can use them straight out of the pot. I recommend having your brush a little bit wet already before dipping it into the pot so that there is a little bit of extra fluid added, because sometimes you want to thin it out a little bit more in order to be able to do 2 layers to get a different look. So one of the nice things about contrast colors is you can end up layering them, and because they're semi-transparent, because they're very similar to inks, and this ball red that I'm using is a little bit of a unique one where it's not actually as transparent as a lot of the other ones. However, most of them are quite transparent. And if you put them down thinly with some water in your brush, you can actually do 2 coats and get a really nice, even, lovely color out of whatever one you're using. So it really is kind of dependent on you, but you can use them straight out of the pot without any additional moisture because they are quite wet already. Again, because they do function very similar to inks if you've ever like worked with any kind of ink. Okay, so we've got that. That's done. Her arms are done, or shoulders are done rather. I think that's all that's gonna be red on her. She's got the 2 belts. I think, I don't think I want to do her shirt in red. I thought about it, but I think I've got so much red on the shoulders that I think we're okay. So I'm gonna take her off and we can move on to Toothy. Oh, you know the one other thing I didn't clean up that I should have? Okay, it's fine. I still have, thankfully, because I have wet palette, I still have some Wraithbone. I need to clean up the little sash that he's got. Because I do want that to be red. A little bit of cleanup here. We don't need to do too much. It's mostly just on the kind of sides of the stash and the underside. I do think we should do some. Just to give them a little bit of a cleaner look. They're more saturated with pigment than shades. But yes, describing them as a shade is a very good way to think about them. Shades, in my opinion, are a smidge like more fluid than the contrast colors. Like they do come out of the pot just more watery than the contrast colors. Contrast colors are much more pigmented, hence why you get such a bold, striking color out of them. Despite their transparency. So it's something to keep a little bit in mind of they're not going to behave one-to-one, but they're going to behave very, very similarly. So just keep that in mind. It's true. I mean, if you don't end up getting the Blood Bowl team done this year, I mean, that's really not that big of a deal, but you know, try to get one of them started, right? Encourage yourself to do it. Paint that team. I will say I've had, oh boy, no. I've had the most success with this resin model than any other resin model that I've worked on, just in regards to getting him cleaned up enough where it's not, my paint isn't like slocking off. I've had that problem with every other resin miniature I have built. I just realized I didn't finish this, cleaning up his knees. You definitely want to get those tidied up so that we can paint them red. Oh my gosh. I did like his upper body and then went, yep, that's done. He's done. I'm just move on to the girl. Okay, there we go. Thank you for subscribing, Mad Veteran! Really appreciate the support. Thank you, sir. Make sure, by the way, that you guys give this stream a like if you are enjoying it. Excellent. No pressure, man. I understand starting a new hobby, doing something you've never done before, it takes a lot of courage and it's not always the easiest thing. So please, if you feel stressed about it, if you're like, don't push yourself too hard, go at your own pace. My suggestion would at least be to get them built. Like the first thing to do is just, you're gonna have to assemble the team. Get yourself a good pair of clippers. I recommend God Hand clippers. They're quite nice. They have a nice blue handle, which I really like. And then get yourself a mold line removing tool of some variety. I personally enjoy the Citadel specific one, but I think you can get like, you can use other things. You can just use a straight edge or like a hobby knife if you prefer. That is completely fine. If you think you have a steady enough hand for it and you won't accidentally like injure yourself, which is what I do all the time with them, so I tend not to. Although I will say I did actually have to use the hobby knife on this guy to do cleanup, and I was very proud of myself. I didn't nick myself once. Didn't even come close to it. I was actually way more confident with my hobby knife than I have been in any other point, so it was very lovely. Okay. We have... That's a bat, so we don't need to care about him right now. Do need to do a little bit more touch up here. On this edge. And then this edge. Oh, yours are all built in primed Mad Veteran? That's great. That's awesome. You're ready to go then. Yeah, no, Havman hasn't built his yet because he's got a Blood Bowl team. I assume coming. I don't know if they've arrived to him yet or not. Can't remember if he said that. But he's never worked on miniatures before, so I want to encourage him to do it. And I think getting them at least built would be a fantastic start for somebody brand new to the hobby. And also, I personally find it to be a nice satisfaction moment of like, yeah, the team's assembled. Now I can start looking at them in detail to figure out like, where do I want to put all the colors that I am thinking about. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to build them first. You're gonna need to clip them off. Like, they're gonna come on something very similar to this. This is obviously, we've clipped all of these pieces out, but basically, you're gonna open it up. It's gonna be like half of one of these, because this is a full-size one. So it's gonna be about like this big. You'll probably have 2 of them, and it's gonna have a bunch of pieces on it. And they're gonna give you instructions on how to build it. It's pretty straightforward. I think you'll grok it pretty easily. Take your time. Dry fit everything first. And by when I say dry fit, I mean get your pieces cleaned up, clip them out, and then before you actually glue them, put the pieces together and see how they actually fit together. Because sometimes there's some weird things that happen and you're like, how is this supposed to fit? How is this arm supposed to like sit into that socket? And you're like, what the hell am I doing? And it's a bit challenging, but really it's not that bad. And I think you'll figure it out pretty gosh darn easily. But yeah, just be mindful of that. I think that's like one of the things that I wish I had really been emphasized to me when I first got started with model building, is to dry fit everything. Because I have gone into a project, to a build, got glue on the model immediately, and then went, oh fuck, I don't know how this actually attaches. Like, because it's a little bit more complicated. It's not like an obvious, like sometimes it's not obvious. Even though they do a fairly good job about making it obvious, but it's not always. There's sometimes some finickiness. Yeah, exactly. Well, and some of the ones that I've had challenges with are because they're specifically resin, and thankfully, you're going to be working with pure plastic. So really, like, having to get started, there's 3 things that you need that I would recommend. Tamiya extra thin cement. I'll send you a link so you can, I'll send you an Amazon link to all these if you want to use Amazon to purchase them, because that will also support me, because they can all be affiliate links. So if you want me to do that, I can absolutely get you a list. But you really just want some extra thin cement glue, which I recommend the Tamiya stuff because I love the brush applicator. You know this. I would recommend a good pair of clippers. I specifically recommend God Hand. I think they're really nice. They're very comfortable in my hands, and I think they're very sharp. And then the other major thing would be either a hobby knife if you feel comfortable working with a blade, or if you are less comfortable working with a blade and don't want it to be quite as potential to slice you, then I would recommend getting the Citadel mold line remover, because that also works really well. But beyond that, those are like the 3 things you might need. And even then, in theory, the mold line remover / like hobby knife is optional, but I would recommend it because you will see mold lines and you may want to end up cleaning those up a little bit, depending on, like, especially since you're having a little bit of an older team. Some of the older models have a bit more obvious mold lines, but you really don't have to worry about that much. Really, it's just the clippers and the glue that you need. Okay, so that is a bat wing. What about... Oh, that's the side of his tabard. Okay. I was trying to figure out what this piece of fabric was. It's his loincloth. Cool. Get that, because it's going to be red. What's that edge? Focus for a second. I'll look back at chat in a second. I saw some new stuff come in. Okay. I think we're almost ready to actually put the red on him even though I thought I was ready for this like 20 minutes ago. Nope, I'm just a fool of a took. My favorite quote from The Lord of the Rings. There. It's looking all right. Let's get that a little bit tidied. Okay, I think now we're good. Let's start with the shoulder because that's been done the longest, so it's definitely the driest. Yes. Get out of here, hair. Hate when I get like a random hair in my bristles. It's normally cat hair. It's normally cat hair. Oh, you bought the Warcry Cruel Boys? I have a couple of them, and I really like those models. They're very Lord of the Rings orc, which I thought was really exciting. I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings like fan or anything like that. I've never read any of the books. I've only watched the movies. But like, I do like the look of a lot of the designs for Lord of the Rings, and I think the orcs especially are really cool, and or the orcs are really cool, and the Aurochs that GW made with the Cruel Boys especially, I think capture that vibe super well. Like, I like the lanky look. I do like the big bulky look too of like the Beast Nagas, for example, because I have a variety of Beast Nagas that I have for my orc army. Because I play the 40k side, I don't have the... While I have a lot of Age of Sigmar models, I don't actually play Age of Sigmar. I just really like collecting the models because I think the designs are cool. Oh, Willies! Thank you so much for becoming a Legionnaire. Would you like to name one of the vampires, as you have just become a member, and that qualifies you to name one? Meg says she will probably mail prizes out this week. That's awesome! Super glad to hear it. I can't wait to find out when yours arrives. Lovely. Alright, let's get the underside of this armor piece before we move on. Okay, yes. Good. Now we can do the backside. Although we do need a little bit more paint. Yes, but Willies, if you want to name one of my thralls, please go ahead and give me a name and a number as well to go with him. And we can pick one out that you want to bequeath your name to. Oh my god, do you guys not just love this red? Like, it stands out so boldly. It's beautiful. I know I'm obsessing over it, but like, every time I look at it, it just makes me happy because it's so vibrant. Okay, we're almost done. We just got a little bit more to do up in there. A little bit more there. think we're good there. I think there's a little bit of a strap that I missed on the underside, but I can do some cleanup and take care of that later, so I'm not too worried about it. That's looking pretty darn good. Just get a little bit more color in there. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Am I satisfied with that? I think I am. Let's move on to his lower half. First off, this loincloth. Sure, name one Duracana. And number 21 if it's available. I believe 21 is available. Yes, 21 is available. Okay, let me ask you then, which guy would you like to name? I have 5 options for you. Here is, and let me just get it into focus. All right, so here is the first guy you can name. This is my black guy with the helmet, so you can use that. I have my black guy without the helmet. He's actually, I think, one of my favorites in regards to just like the face, and I love the way the hair is flowing. It looks really cool. Then I have this white guy with helmet and red pants. So white guy with helmet and red pants, black guy with helmet and red pants, or black guy without helmet and red pants. And then I have white guy, or I guess like tan guy. So tan guy with black pants and helmet, or white guy with helmet and also red pants. So which you can pick one, 2 white guys with red pants, either the black guys with red pants or the one tan guy with red pants. Let me know which one you would like to apply your name to. And if you don't care, just let me know and I'll pick. I will happily pick one for you. Also, I really like that name. Jurakan. I don't know if that's how it, like, is it Jurakan? Like J-U with like more of a G sound? Or is it Gura, or I guess with a more of a J sound, or is it more of a Gurakan? Let me know. I'm excited. Oh, this is so cool. I love getting the team named, by the way. I am terrible about coming up with fun names for any of my characters. It's why whenever Chaos Cultist puts me on the spot to like name one of my guys live, I'm like, ugh, and I just stumble with something. And so I love the fact that you guys are helping me out and giving me some cool names. Oh, sure. Let's see. So let me show you the grays while we wait for the confirmation of which guy you want. So Basilicanum. Okay. So here are the different grays that I would recommend. So either Rattling Grime, which is going to be a little bit more of a brownish gray color. So Rattling Grime is one of them. You could also do Basilicanum Gray, which again has a little bit more of a blue tone, but it's still relatively neutral. So this is probably going to be your like most neutral of them, is Basilicanum. Or if you really want to push the blues, Space Wolf Gray is another one. So if you want to go more blue tone, you could either do one of those 3. But those are your 3 options that I would recommend at least. Oh, of course. No problem, Havman. It's our pleasure. All right, let's get this Done. There we go. It's looking good. We're looking so good. I was a little nervous to work on the Vargeist, actually. Like, Chaos Cultist offered to paint him, but after I, like, spent a, stupid amount of time building him, and then having to do cleanup, and then having to do green stuff work, I was like, nope, I'm gonna paint him. I bonded with this stupid miniature. He's mine now, and I have some ideas. And while I'm very confident, I'm sure Chaos Cultist would have done a fucking amazing job. He's been doing some killer work. I still cannot get over his Mephiston. He turned out so good. He also did some Ultramarines recently that I really like. He's working on some Dark Angels right now. And/or Salamanders. I don't think he's fully decided, but I think we are leaning towards the Dark Angel vibe. And I really like what he's doing with those as well. Alright, let's not forget this intersection. There we go. There. Nice. Okay. That's looking good. Let's get a little bit more red there. Perfecto. Okay. I think we just have this back section to paint red, and then we go ahead and call it the tan guy. And it's more of a J sound. Okay, perfect. All right. Let's go with our tan fella. Here we go. I will mark his name down then. Thank you so much. J-U-R-A-C-A. Huh? Oh, sorry. Let me get the focus back. There we go. Boop. All right. He's number 21. And then he is my tan helmet. Just so I remember. Sweet. That is awesome. Thank you so much for giving him a name. Sweet. I'm so glad. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely happy to showcase those for you. I hope you are able to find them and that they end up working well for you, whichever one you choose. Okay, we're almost done. We just need to get this thing painted red. His little... I think this is attached to his loincloth up front, so there's just like the ties of it or something. I'm not really sure. But it's looking good. It's very striking. And that's totally the vibe I'm going for. I can't wait to paint his flesh tone. It's going to make him stand out so much. Because he's going to have so much of this like beautiful pale color tone. And it's just going to... I really like what I've been doing with my vampire flesh. I have painted a number of undead / vampires over my hobby career, and I am so glad I discovered that vampiric mist color. I've actually had it for a while, and I kept wanting to use it, but I kept not painting. I wasn't doing any undead creatures for like the longest time, so I was like, oh, okay, well I don't have a good thing to use this on. This is the perfect project for it. Literally painting vampires. Not even just like normal undead things. Just straight up vampires. My favorite. I can't wait for our battle report this Saturday. It'll be our first one, so I can get a final practice game in with Meg. I know I talked about this earlier, but for those of you that weren't here when I talked about it, this Saturday, Chaos Cultist and I are going to have a battle report on the channel. It'll be our first one. We're going to be doing it as a live stream. It'll be happening on Saturday. I don't know the time, like the start time quite yet, but I'll keep you guys posted on when we figure that out. But we're going to be playing my vampires against his black orcs. It should be really, really good. It's the god from the natives of the island you were born and raised on. That's so cool. Dude, that's awesome. I'm going to have to like read up on him now. That is really, really cool. Dude, I love how... Okay, everybody who has gotten a name has either had a very creative reason for it, or it's been very thematic, and it's been super awesome. And I love that. I love that so much. I just realized that my tripod has like text on it, and I had never noticed it before, so I just was like, what does that say? And I'm being blinded by the light, so I couldn't read it fully at first, but I figured it out. It's giving me a warning. I was like, what is that? Nothing important, Angela, that's what. Focus on painting his red cloth, please. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about how he's looking. I mean, honestly, we've gotten a pretty decent amount of work considering we've been working on 2 models today. And we've been chatting a ton. But we did get both of these figures with their red and their black on, their armor, as well as their uniform. She's not going to actually take too much longer. I have mostly the white to do on her shirt. Obviously, her flesh tone. He's going to take a little bit longer because I want to do some fun stuff on that flesh and like put a little bit more color into like the wings a little bit, just because he is a vargeist. And then I've got a bunch of little bats to paint, and I've been painting all my bats very similarly to each other. So I'm going to try to keep with that vibe. So that won't be too bad, but it will take a little bit of time. But I'm actually really happy with how they're turning out. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's been a blast, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you to everybody who helped me name the team. I really appreciate you guys helping me out with that. I've got 4 left to name, and if we end up doing another stream that's painting related before we get to the Blood Bowl match, then we can possibly get them named up as well. But if not, we can just do it during the Blood Bowl match. And that should be a lot of fun, and that will be happening this Saturday. So thank you guys so much for being here once again. To everybody who is a member, you guys are extra awesome. Know that I really appreciate your support. It really helps us keep things going. So thank you for being a member, being active in chat. It's really lovely to have you guys all here. Like, legitimately, it makes me so happy to like see all the colored names in chat of those of you that are Legionnaire members. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm gonna go spend the rest of the evening with my husband, who I've been married to for 10 years, because today is our anniversary. Thank you guys so much earlier for all of the happy anniversary wishes and everything like that. Guys, it's been lovely. Have a wonderful hobby night, and I will see you all next time. Bye.